Alright, here we are, as I promised, talking about The Division 2. Now, before I get underway with this video and we roll that sweet intro, I want to make a quick shout out to the new people that have subscribed to my channel. I really am grateful for you subscribing, and I hope you continue to enjoy more of my content. With that said though, there will be a little update at the end of this video in regards to something that's coming up that I need to address. Anyway, roll that intro. Okay, so the Division 2, what do I think of it? So, I played the original Division way back when, and there's footage of that on my channel, you can go check it out. I played the open beta back then, and this is the private beta for the Division 2. And, you know, when you create a sequel to a game, you've got to elevate the stakes, you've got to elevate the tension, you know, you've got to elevate the story to a new height and all that.
Glad you made it.
You look at Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, and they did that really well. You look at Watch Dogs 2, a game by Ubisoft. They also elevated the story of the world from the original to new heights, and it made the game better as a whole. But with the Division 2, I don't feel like they took it to new heights enough. They don't take it to that new place that makes it the enjoyable game I feel it's meant to be, and that is a bit of a disappointment. Let's start, of course, with the customization of the game. The customization of the game is so damn minimalist. I was actually shocked to find that it felt like a damn downgrade from the original. You know, in the original, you could customize, you know, tattoos, your face, your hair, all that kind of thing. Where that is in the, like, the Division 2, I have no freaking idea, because it's not in the closed beta. You know, when it comes to games, and game sequels, you've also got to up the mechanics. You've got to take the mechanics of a game and elevate them to new levels. I look at Red Dead Redemption 2. They took mechanics from previous GTA games, improved on them, used it in Red Dead 2. They took stuff from previous Red Dead, and they used it in this and made it, and they used it in that and made it better. You know, the gunplay feels exactly the same. The cover play feels exactly the same. You're still freaking fighting to stay behind cover and not accidentally pop out, revealing your location to the AI. And that's a disappointment to me. I thought they would improve on the cover-based mechanics that they have in this game. I thought they'd make it better, but they just haven't. You know, stuff like that could be made more fluid than it was in the original, and it isn't. You know, they could focus on a whole bunch of things mechanically and making them better, and they just didn't. Also, adding new enemies and all that kind of thing that you're unable to kill without a freaking person to back you up is a really shitty move, and I don't know why this exists for such a introductory mission to the game. Another thing I'll say about this cover system, like I was sort of hinting at, is it's freaking janky. I hate to say it, but it is. You can see that. I was freaking in cover, then all of a sudden I'm out of cover. Then, you know, I gotta wait to be revived by my teammate. All because of the game's weird cover mechanics. Of having to hold a button which just doesn't feel natural. One cool thing though, one very cool thing, is that you can stem the bleeding so you don't die immediately, but, you know, thank goodness I had someone with me, because if I didn't, I honestly don't know how I would have gotten through this section. It's damn near unplayable without someone to back you up. Which brings me to one other mechanic they've introduced into this, which is like a backup system. You introduce a system like that to the game, that's pretty cool. But you'd at least think that they would make it completable in solo form, and they haven't. You have to do this with backup. I'm not kidding you. You have to do this with backup. It's impossible to do it solo. And that's infuriating to those who, you know, I used to play the original Division on a HUD. I would go through it by myself with randoms in groups of like 4 and stuff like that with randoms, and we would go through things to farm missions for experience and loot. I'm just failing to see that Ubisoft has done the looter-shooter genre justice. It says also a lot that I went back to playing Anthem after playing this, because Anthem just felt so much more mechanically better, and it felt like something fresh was being delivered to the table. The other thing I'll say about this, which was quite upsetting to see, is there has been no change really in the behavior of the AI. They still react rather dumb to certain situations that you may get yourself in, and when the most exciting thing about the game is the adrenaline pumping punk rock sort of background music that's playing at the moment, that really doesn't help much in terms of selling the game to me as a player. You know, you gotta do more than just music and new location and new mechanics to be a good sequel. Especially when this so-called sequel is meant to be taking after the, you know, it's meant to be taking on events after that of the original, but in a different location. You know, when enemies are running towards you like that, that's the stuff I'd expect of enemies in freaking games from the early 2000s. You know, we have better AI available to us. Where is it in this game? Because I sure as hell didn't see it. All in all, I think, you know, that I ended up going back to Anthem says the most. You know, Anthem is apparently bricking consoles, by the way, so that's fun. But yeah, it appears nobody seems to be able to do the looter-shooter justice, and that is a real disappointment. Anyway, I'm Naomi, and I will be back in a future date at some point. But before I go, I'd like to quickly tell you that the reason I'm going away is I'm going away to have an operation. And when I get back, I may not be able to walk for a while. I'll be off my feet. So if you don't see me making future videos, which I will try to do anyway, that's why, I've got to be off my feet a while with this op that I'm having. It's not the kind of op that you'll be thinking that it is. It's an op for my toe. But yeah, I'm gonna be off my feet for a while, and that will be a bridge we'll have to cross when we get there. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed my content and you want to see more of it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.